Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are going to see what are the features that are available in ClinicRun. So we'll go to this demo page and we'll see the features one by one actually. So let's start with the settings where most of the things get here. Like in the settings you could see there are multiple things over here. The first thing is general settings where you can give all the details about your clinic, specialty, address and time zone, everything. And we have the doctors where you can manage the doctors that are working in your clinic or hospital, and wherever we are selecting the doctors, these values will be reflected over there. So if you have like 10 doctors and everywhere whenever there's a drop down you can see the 10 doctors over there. It is kind of a lookup table. And similarly we have for suppliers where you can add their GST number, email address, all those things. And we have currency. Basically it is Indian currency for ours. Like if you have some other currency you can change it over here for dollar or some other thing. And the location, this is the main thing. So let's say if your clinic have multiple locations, so you can add it over here. And same as doctors, wherever you are selecting you have a drop down for locations, these things will be reflected over there. So you can make use of that and add multiple locations for your clinics. And one more other thing is the lab test. Let's say your clinic has few lab tests available, or if you're going to outsource it to some other clinics or some other like what to say departments, like you can have it over there. And you can mention the cost also, like this will be reference whenever you are generating the invoices. And the procedures, so every clinic will have procedures, right? You will be monitoring the blood pressure, you will be having minor surgery, or you are dressing a wound or something. Everything you can have it over here, and you can mention the service cost and what are the things that are required, items required, everything over here. And similarly when you are creating the invoices, you can the amount will be used from here actually. So the main thing is the users. Let's say you need multiple persons to manage the applications, you can create multiple users. So one for a doctor, one for the nurse and receptionist, everything. You can have separate users for separate roles. Speaking about the roles, you have option to create roles here also. Like say you can have admin role where you could see you can access to everything. Similarly you can create roles for doctor where you don't need to show them inventory, or you don't need to show them the settings. And for let's say you need for nurse don't need to see the reports or everything. So you can give the access to them, right? Maybe the receptionist don't need to see the invoices or everything, they just need to know the appointments and other stuff. So yeah, you can it is a role based access control. Like yeah, you can create roles and you can assign it to the users. The last thing is the subscription, where you can see what is the subscription you're currently in and how many resources you have pending, all those steps over here. So this is heart of this ClinicRun, where you can set up everything before getting started. And let's move to the profile. Profile is basic. You can that is a user profile. You can change the name, email address or password over here. And the main thing is the dashboard, where you can see a quick view of how the clinic is performing. You can see how many patients are active, or how many new patients for this month, the revenue, upcoming appointments, how many procedures scheduled today, how many visits are there today. And you can see the visit history, revenue for month wise, and financial snapshot of outstanding invoices, the inventory which are expired, and stock items. Pretty much you can see an overview of how things are happening, and we are planning to improve a lot in this dashboard. And the heart of any management application is the patients, right? Yeah. So these patients you can add, edit and delete the patients over here, and we have made it more usable. Let's say if you have if you can go to the patients and you can see the visit history, so previous histories of the patients, their appointments, and what are the prescriptions they have given for a particular visit, and the lab results if they have some. So you can click on the patients and pretty much you can see all the details of the patients over here. And from here you can navigate to the other screens to visits, appointments or prescriptions. The second thing is appointment. So you can directly come over here and add an appointment. So whenever when a patient calls, you can come over here and add the appointment. So while adding the appointment, you can see we are getting the doctor, appointment type, clinic locations, and available slots. And this available slots will be coming from the timesheet. So a doctor cannot be there in a clinic for a long time, right? So they have a schedule. So you can have a schedule over here. Let's say like for a time of 9 to 5, the doctor will be in location of some branch, and how much they can how many patients they can see for a 30 hours time frame. So let's say for 30 minutes, 30 minutes time frame, that 30 minutes you can see a base of 10 and overflow of 5. So based on that appointment appointment is scheduled actually. So if it is overflowing and you cannot make an appointment, and these timesheets and appointments are linked. Okay, so the next is hospital visit. So whenever a patient walks in, you will make entry, right, whether it is inpatient, outpatient, or it is just a follow-up, or it's a surgery. So you will make an visit, right? So the visit has pretty much most of the information over here. So if you go to the visit, we'll have the reason for visit is primary and final diagnosis, and we'll have the vitals. So basically, whenever you see a doctor, you will have vitals, right? So it is there, the medications prescribed for that particular visits, the lab tests associated with that, and what are the procedures they have done, and the general notes. So this is always linked with the patients. You can directly go to the patients, and or else you can have the visit. So here you can create invoice actually. See, for the patients, the invoice is already created, so you can always send it or print it. Else, you will also have discharge summary, where you get the discharge sheet of what else happened in the visit, and the print option will have print medications and lab reports. That is pretty much the entire thing what we need for a visit. The next is procedures. So let's say you have a procedure scheduled for a patient, you can come over here and you can have a entry over here, so that it will be notified when is a procedure scheduled and it is completed, and the status of it. And everything is linked with the visit and the patients. So lab orders, so you can request a lab order for a visit. So if you have a lab order in your clinic, you can create a lab order, and it goes to pretty much some steps, right? So whenever you create an order, you need to get the sample, you need to you have to process it, and you have to make entries, right? So everything is here. Some error. So pretty much you have everything. So you can have the lab orders, and it is linked to with the visit actually. So the medication log, for every visit you have certain medications that is over here. So the follow-up. So when you have a visit, you will have a follow-up sessions, right? So whenever the doctor marks a follow-up, the entry will be made into this sheet, so that the receptionist can check this, who all had the follow-ups in the week, and they can contact the patients, they can make the appointments, convert them into an appointment, and they can call directly, they can get the numbers from here, they can call the patients and have the appointments. It is just to make the things easier for them. And the inventory, so every clinic will have an inventory, right? So you can have entries over here, you can see the status, whether it is expired or whether it is out of stock, everything will be here. And the billing, so you can create a billing from create invoice, or you can create it from the visit itself. So you can add the items, you can get a neat invoice over here. And the last thing is the reports. So each admin need to go to this and make some calculations, right? So to make it easier, you have the reports. Let's say integration report, you can generate a report, you can select the columns that you need to have, and you can download it as PDF or CSV. Yeah. So you can have it so pretty much this clinic can have everything in place, and that everything is linked actually to the patients. So it helps the doctors or the admin who are running the clinic to have a clear view of how the clinic is operating, or how how the patient's flows, and everything in a single window actually. So everything is in place, and everything looks pretty much easier for everyone to work on. Yeah, so that's it for now, and thanks everyone. Thank you.